And how are you finding the whole lockdown, coming out of lockdown, whatever experience, working from home?
Well, we've so ConExpo ConAg was in March.
Yeah, I was
We
there actually.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. I'd say we were there and for that whole week. And when we came back, then was when everything started shutting down
Yeah.
here. Right. So um, we've been working from home since we got back from ConExpo.
Mhm.
I went into the office last week, or no, this week, Tuesday.
Mhm.
Um, it was so weird, like, because it's been 14 weeks
Something like that.
that we've now just right. I'm working from home, like sitting at my counter, sitting at my table, sitting on my couch. Like, so I'm excited to kind of get back out and do stuff just because my personality as well as my job is interacting with people, right? Like, so not being able to have that face-to-face interaction conversation anymore is um challenging. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's the word. That's the modern spin on the word. Yeah, I.
Right.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know whether the brain recognizes this as the same thing as
E-
this. I don't know if it
exactly.
does.
It's better, definitely. Like once now that everybody's doing Skype and Zoom and video calls, definitely makes it better, right? Than just talking to somebody on the phone. But it's not the same as like sitting next to someone and having that conversation. And um, yeah, it's interesting, right? So what we saw at ConExpo ConAg was just we had all the square footage of just new technologies and exhibits. And so this technology is really going to be essential as we return to normal, whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
It's going to change the way we work, live, and build. So sensors, drones, AI, connected devices, GPS, AR, VR, 5G, Internet of Things. Those are all things that we saw at ConExpo ConAg that are out there that are available to contractors.
Mhm.
And that's going to change how the world operates and is built. So not only do all of those technologies increase productivity, efficiency, and ROI, but a lot of them address a workforce issue. So as people have um, ended up like laying people off because of what's happening, as they're bringing people back, they can bring back people and take some of that training requirement off.
Yep.
Some of these technologies just allow a contractor or an operator to less rework. They don't have to control it. The machine controls itself.
Yep.
So that's really, I think, going to help separate some of the contractors that make it versus ones that don't. I definitely think that this pandemic has brought a lot of opportunity forward in that we left North America's largest face-to-face trade show and immediately came back to a pandemic. So it is showing us, I think, that we can do a lot of things virtually. Jobs continue, life continues, sales continue. You can do that interactive through an online platform, a virtual platform. People are buying cars off the internet that they've never even seen before.
Mhm.
Could equipment go that way? Absolutely. But I also think there is that piece that really drives home because we've been so removed from everybody. We've been put back in our little bubbles, right? That there is a need for that face to face and that interaction and that trust and that handshake, like you said. I think that is still very important to a lot of people, especially in this industry. It's a very strong, resolute industry that really puts a lot of value on that, I think. But conversely, as we see more of these younger generations coming in and taking ownership and taking control, the ones that are, Uber Eats and deliveries and it's everything is virtual, right? So as that transition happens from a staff perspective and decision maker perspective, I think that might be part of the transition as well. So putting in the younger workforce plus the pandemic and the fact that we can see everything happens, I definitely see space for both a virtual platform as well as the face-to-face. I don't see face-to-face going away just because that's this industry and we really enjoy that stability, I think.